Okay, let's do problem 49, group anagrams. So we are given string array of words, and then we have to return the anagrams in a list of strings. So we're given those words as an input, and we can see that net 10 are anagrams, so we store them in one list. And then we can see that 8, eat, and t are anagrams, so we store them in a list, and then we return them as a list. So what's the logic for this one? The first logic I came up with wasn't really efficient, but it's important to go through why the second one is better. So we're going to iterate through each of the string, so we do need a for loop for this one. So it will be like s dot strings, and then inside this for loop I have another for loop that iterates through each of the characters of a string. And then before that I have an integer array of size 26. Why size 26? Because all the letters are in lowercase. So what I had in mind was, if we have an integer array and then update the corresponding indices. So suppose we have eat, we have a, and then e, and summary we have t. We update them into 111. We can store them in hash map. So we can store this directly into hash map, and then store the corresponding word into a value. So it will contain eat, and then it will contain all the integer arrays. And then when we go to the next element, which is t, we will pretty much have the same layout. So we have a1, e is 1, and then t is also 1. So I was expecting it to go into the first one, but I forgot that integer arrays is an object. So even if we use contains key, whatever this integer array is, it's not going to go through here. It's going to go into a separate value. So to prevent this, we have to iterate into a string builder, and then just make into like 1001, 0000, and a 1. So that will be a, that will be e, that will be t. So we can store the string here instead of integer array. But there was another issue. It was that if we have say a, b, and c, and then if it was 10, and then it was say it was 1, and then that was 0, and so on. And then if you have like another a, b, c, that was 1, and then there was 0, and then that was 1. The layouts could be the same depending on what kind of numbers we have, because if you append them, it would be pretty much the same. So if d was like 0, and then if we had like a e of 1, 0, and 10, it could be the same. So to prevent this, I had to append like a special character when we make a string builder, like a sharp or like a comma and so on. But yeah, it adds like a lot of complexity to it. So instead of doing this, what we had was we're gonna go through the string, each of the string in string array, that remains unchanged. But in hashmap, what we can do is we store so that was string, and then that was string list of string. So why do we store string? Well, if you have eat and then t, if we sort them, it will be aet, and then if we sort them, it will also be aet. So that means they are anagrams. So we can just store the sorted string into our key, and then the value into our string array. So to do that, inside our for loop, we just need to change the string into a character arrays. So we do need a character array. I'm gonna call it ch, and then make it into car array. And then in the next one, we can sort them. and then we can make them into a string. In the next one, we can just say if map contains, well, I'm gonna call it like anagram map, but if anagram map that contains key of this sorted string, we just append our string into our value. But if it doesn't, we just need to put the sorted string into a key, and then whatever the value we have into our value. Alright, so that's pretty much the logic. So let's quickly go through the code. So for this one, we do need a list of string, list of string that contains the answers. So I'm going to call it the answers. There will be new array list, and then we do need a map that will contain a list of a string and then list of string. I'm going to call it anagram map. There will be new hash map. New hash map. And then we're going to go through each of the strings. So it will be string as in strs. And then we have to convert string s into character, so character array. So it will be s to char array, and then we are going to sort them. Arrays dot sort character array, and then we are gonna make another string, say sorted s, and then put new string and put the sorted characters into it. And then we're going to simply do if anagram map that contains key of sorted as. What we need to do is we have to add that to our value. So that would be anagram map dot get sorted as. So that will get us the value, but because it's a string, it's a list, we have to add the current string we're looking at. Otherwise, we have to put the sorted as here, and then we have to put s as a list of string, but we can't just do them in one line. So we just say new array list, like that, array list of string, like this, and then so it will only contain the key value. So we have to add the corresponding value, which is s. So that's our hash map done, and then we have to iterate through our hash map to get the answers, get these answers. So for string key in anagram map.key set, we're going to do answers dot add. What are we adding? So we're adding anagram map.get key. Okay, and then just return answers. Alright, let's run the test. Alright, it's accepted. Let's submit. Okay, if it's 66%, let's see what the other answer is like. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's just a slight difference, 1 millisecond. So yeah, I'm happy with the result.